Hey guys, this is SamAttack4427 here, and welcome back to another episode of WTPU, aka What the Pickup? Now, as you may recall, in the last episode of the show, which you can see right down over here, I talked about the Funko Pop figures that I got, or at least 3 of them so far, devoted to, of course, one of the shows in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Loki, and I gotta say, I'm really impressed with, of course, the 3 that I've actually got so far, those being President Loki, Mobius, and Ravonna Renslayer with Miss Minute, so yeah, I say they're really great for me to have for sure, and I do hope later on I'll eventually get the rest of the Funko Pop figures devoted to, of course, this Marvel show for sure. And hey, I think I made good timing to actually get this out, seeing how I do know Season 2 will be on its way very soon. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that once it does come onto Disney Plus. So yeah, I guess until then, I still have all these Funko Pop figures that I showed off right up until then. So yeah, if you want to check that episode out for yourself, then don't worry about a thing. There's a card over there, over at the top right corner of the screen, as well as, of course, the link to it down in the description box below if you want to go and check it out for yourself. So yeah, whichever you prefer, go right ahead. I'll wait till you come back. Yeah, take all the time you need. I'll still be here by the time you get back. Although I do have a bit of a mess going on in one corner of this shot that's completely off screen. So, yeah, it kind of makes sense on why I'm pretty much not going anywhere as we speak. So yeah, I'll get that cleaned up after this shoot. Yeah, really, I'll still be here by the time you come back. I mean, well, what would you expect I would do? Just glue myself onto this seat? I mean, I could just to pretty much just to help save a bit of time for me getting out for sure, though. It does sound a bit problematic when you really think about it, so yeah. Alright, I guess seeing how you did already see the last episode of this show, we might as well go ahead and start off this episode as we normally do. Now for today's episode, well, much like with what we talked about last time, we're actually going to be staying with, of course, Funko Pop figures for sure, and don't worry, I do know I do have another one that I want to show off for sure, but that won't be within the next few episodes. But for now, much like with, of course, what we did with the Loki Funko Pop figures right now, we're actually going to be talking about not 1, not 2, but 3 other Funko Pop figures that I actually got as Christmas presents not too long ago. And, well, they're right here in my possession, so yeah, I think I might as well go ahead and show these off right about now. So here they are, So yeah, what I actually have here is, of course, 3 other Funko Pop figures that I actually got right in my hands for sure. Yeah, actually devoted to, of course, one of my favorite video game franchises, if not one of my favorite franchises I always love growing up with, which is, of course, Pokemon. So yeah, seems like I've actually got a new batch of course, Pokemon Funko Pop figures right here in my hands for sure, which consists of course, Pichu, Mr. Mime, and Mewtwo. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense on that front because, well, I actually really do love Pokemon for sure. So yeah, much like with, of course, what we talked about in the last episode, I'm actually devoting this episode to, of course, all 3 of these right here and then. So yeah, I guess with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about these right about now. Alright, so yeah, I guess if anything, I think we, yeah, before we could go ahead and talk about all 3 of these right about now, I guess it's no big surprise that if you actually have seen this show for the past few years, I guess aside from, of course, plenty of stuff I've actually grown up with, Pokemon is, of course, one that I absolutely really enjoyed the most, pretty much ever since I was a kid, and even now as an adult, for sure, and yeah. And I guess if anything, I always do get a good kick out of it, whether it be playing the games, to which I'm hoping to pretty much get the recent game titles very soon, so yeah, and of course, pretty much every once in a while, getting my hands on, of course, the card game for sure, just so that I can stash it with, of course, play the other Pokemon merchandise that I also collect at the same time, whether it be toys, plushies, and plenty of other stuff for sure, and even watching the anime, to which I'm still in the process to, of course, get every single season of the anime, and even every single movie on DVD and Blu-ray for sure, so yeah, nothing's come up in recent years, so I'll keep my hopes up that I'll eventually get around to completing that very soon, and not to mention, I even got 2 different versions of Ash Ketchum for me to cosplay as for conventions coming up, so well, just mainly the original that I've been cosplaying for a long time, and of course my Kalos Ash cosplay that I currently have that I have yet to actually wear for any convention coming up, so yeah, you kind of get the idea on that front. That actually does show on how much I really do love Pokemon, so yeah, and of course, if anything, seeing how I have been collecting Funko Pop figures for sure, I think it kind of makes sense to of course include these Pokemon Funko Pop figures for sure, just to get in the mix, and yeah, like I said, the ones I got right here and then is of course Pichu, Mr. Mime, and Mewtwo, so yeah, and of course, according to the box, there's of course pretty much a 4th one they decided to include, which is of course Vulpix, but sadly I never actually pretty much got it in my possession, hopefully maybe later on I might actually get Vulpix later on, so yeah, whatever the case may be, I actually was lucky enough to actually get these as Christmas presents for sure, alongside plenty of others I've actually showed off, pretty much many of which in previous episodes in this season so far, so yeah, I guess if anything, it's pretty much what I can gather, so I guess much like with the Loki pop figures that we showed off in the last episode, I think we might as well go ahead and go through with these one by one, just to get my impressions and my full-on analysis on, of course, all of them. So yeah, I guess with that being said, let's go ahead and go through all of these. Alright, so now that we got that done for sure, let's go ahead and go through all the Pokemon Pop figures that I currently got one by one, just to see how well they turned out, and we're going to go ahead and start off with, of course, this little adorable one that we got, which is, of course, good old Pichu for sure, so yeah, I guess if anything, from what I can gather based on my first impressions, my god, the cuteness level is, of course, pretty much going beyond the fucking border as we speak. This is just absolutely amazing from what I've actually seen, so yeah, and of course, just by looking at it, you would definitely think it's actually a little cutie version of course, Pikachu for sure, and, well, that's because it is, because, yeah, if you actually have been keeping up with, of course, the games ever since, pretty much this made its debuting, of course, pretty much the Johto region, you would definitely know that Pichu is, of course, pretty much the starter of course, the Electric Mouse Pokemon evolution for sure, starting with this, and then Pikachu, and then fully ending with, of course, Raichu as we speak, so yeah, and I guess if anything, I mean, it's no big surprise that there's plenty of Pikachu clones out there, or at least different versions of course, pretty much Electric Mouse Pokemon that closely resemble Pikachu for sure, but hey, I think we can all agree nothing could top Pikachu for sure, but But yeah, whatever the case may be, I still think definitely stand out as well as Pikachu, at least in my opinion, for sure. So yeah, and I guess from what I'm actually seeing based on my first impressions right about now, Pichu actually does look absolutely adorable as a Funko Pop figure, and yeah, you can definitely see based on the box for sure. I really do like the way on how well themed they've actually make this for sure, and yeah, I actually really do like the nice usage of coloring, and of course the electric symbol on the back for sure, just to help signify that pretty much this is devoted to Pichu for sure, and thankfully it is going to be carried down later on with, of course, the other two I'll be talking about for sure. So yeah, I guess until then, I'm actually quite impressed so far looking at Pichu in this box for sure. So yeah, and I guess on that thought, let's go ahead and get this opened up and get and pretty much see it up close and personal. So, alright, there we go. So, alright, and get you out of the packaging zone. Alright, so yeah, looks like we finally got Pichu out of its packaging for sure, and wow, it looks really great up close for sure, and yeah, you can definitely see the amount of lighting and detail they actually put into a Pichu, as well as, of course, a really good usage of color to actually help pretty much recapture the little Pokemon for sure. So yeah, I have to say they really did a fine job with, of course, this one. Everything from, of course, Pichu's pretty much ears to, of course, its collar to, of course, its arms and feet, and not to mention the back with, of course, the little adorable tail for sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this actually is really well done for sure. I'm really quite impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing for sure, and yeah, I mean, I couldn't resist. It's just so cute. So yeah, I guess if anything, this Pichu Funko Pop figure that what I'm actually seeing, I say this really is incredible seeing it up close and personal, and yeah, it is actually very well done in my opinion, and I'm quite impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. So yeah. Alright, so now that we got Pichu out of the way, let's go ahead and move on to the next one that we'll be talking about, which is, of course, good old Mr. Mime for sure, and yes, I wouldn't be lying when I actually said that they actually made pretty much a mime into a Pokemon, so yeah, pretty much a Pokemon that's devoted to a mime. Yeah, I mean, where else would the name Mr. Mime actually come in for sure, so yeah, and again, based on my first impressions from what I'm actually seeing, this actually doesn't look that bad in my opinion. I say this actually does look very good in my opinion, because, yeah, I mean, I do find it kind of ironic that they actually pretty much made pretty much a mime into a Pokemon for sure. I mean, I know that's saying a whole lot, because I'm never actually having encounters with, of course, an actual mime for sure, let alone seeing anything revolving around pretty much a mime in movies and TV shows, but maybe I think they're kind of a little bit like Kanye West, where you know for the fact that they are pretentious and annoying, that it gives you plenty of joy when something bad happens to them, so but yeah, I think it's what I can gather for sure as someone who is not really quite familiar, or not at least into mimes for sure, but from what I'm actually seeing, hands down, based on my first impressions on the box, yeah, I say they really did a fine job with, of course, Mr. Mime for sure. Yeah, I think they really did a fine job so far, looking at it from the box, actually making it very presentable for sure, and yeah, you can definitely tell based on the back that seeing how with what we have seen with, of course, Pichu based on the box, they actually did signify that Mr. Mime is indeed a psychic Pokemon, which, yeah, is actually quite impressive for sure. So, yeah, I guess from what I'm actually seeing for sure, I think they really did an incredible job so far in recapturing Mr. Mime for sure, based on my first impressions, based on the box, but yeah, I guess enough about that. Let's go ahead and get this opened up and see it up close and personal, so. Alright, and there we go, so. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I guess that's one thing I almost forgot to mention. It looks like the pretty much the backgrounds and of course these boxes for these Funko Pop figures actually are removable. Can't believe I actually didn't notice that until now, but hey, I'm quite used to, of course, getting Funko Pop figures out of their boxes for sure. So what can you do? So, and of course, let's get this out and. Alright, and, oh man, I'm making much more of a mess over there right about now, so it's gonna be one interesting cleanup after the show, so yeah, and of course, yep, it looks like we got ourselves another stand as we speak, and yeah, and it looks like it's exactly where I'll actually put Mr. Mime onto there, and alright, yeah, looks like I finally got it on as we speak, and yeah, based on what I'm actually seeing right about now, yeah, looks like Mr. Mime actually looks really good up close and personal. Yeah, again, I think you can tell they actually did a fine job, and of course, capturing every single bit of detail within this really bizarre Pokemon for sure, so. So yeah, I guess from what I'm actually seeing, I say they really did a fine job with, of course, the detailing everything. Everything from, of course, its face to, of course, the nice hands with, of course, the finger tips for sure. And I'll even give credit to, of course, the feet and the shoes for sure. It's actually quite impressive from what I'm actually seeing. And I say they really did a fine job with, of course, this one for sure. So yeah. I say the detailing, of course, Mr. Mime actually really does stand out to me in my opinion for sure. So yeah, I say they really did a good job with, of course, this one, and I'm quite impressed with, of course, what I'm actually seeing. Yeah, can't believe it's pretty much something I would expect from, of course, pretty much a Pokemon based around the Mime for sure. So, but hey, I've actually seen other bizarre Pokemon over the years, so I've actually grown to expect it, so yeah. Alright, and of course, last but certainly not the least, we can't forget about the third one that we're going to be covering here today, which is, of course, on Mewtwo, so yeah. I guess if anything, pretty much, we do know for the fact that over the years, we've been pretty much been introduced to some really well crafted and very well done legendary Pokemon with each and every new generation, including of course the latest Pokemon games that got dropped not too long ago. But believe it or not, Mewtwo really is the symbol of course badassery within the world of Pokemon, and yeah, based on my first impressions, I'm not gonna lie, it looks great, and of course as a Funko Pop figure, you can definitely see they really did capture, of course, the look and the style for Mewtwo for sure. And again, based on the back of the box, based on the symbols and coloring and everything, this is indeed another psychic Pokemon. So yeah. And I think I know that's saying a whole lot because, yeah, I think we have actually grown to actually know Mewtwo ever since the very beginning of course, Pokemon, whether it be, of course, the original Game Boy games to, of course, when he made his debut in, of course, Pokemon the first movie, and again, that's just to name a few for sure, so yeah, I guess I can tell based on my first impressions. Yeah, definitely looks like Mewtwo is probably the best one so far in regards to, of course, these Funko Pop figures devoted to Pokemon for sure. So yeah, and I can mainly tell from, of course, the way they've actually recaptured the legendary Pokemon, and of course its posing everything really does make it all the more presentable for sure. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much why I can say of course that matter in its entirety. So yeah, I guess if anything, it's pretty much what I could gather based on my first impressions, based on looking at it from the box. It definitely does look really great to me. So yeah, and I guess if anything, we might as well go ahead and get this thing opened up and see what we can get. So yeah. Alright, I'll set you out of the way, and yeah, and of course, another stand for sure. So and of course, I'll go ahead and get you on for sure. Make sure it's nicely secured. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, looks like we finally got the stand on, and my god, look at Mewtwo as we speak. I'm not gonna lie, this actually is very, very well done. Yeah, I think if anything, if you thought Pichu and of course Mr. Mime really shine through with of course the detailing everything, boy, you haven't seen anything yet for sure. I think pretty much of anything, aside from, of course, what I said about the last two for sure, I think what really makes Mewtwo actually stand down well as a Funko Pop figure is, of course, the way they've actually shaped this alga for sure. It definitely looks very, very presentable for sure. And yeah, I think it really does carry out, of course, pretty much the same style as the legendary Pokemon, but still carrying out the same elements like every other Funko Pop figure that we've know for sure. And yeah, you can immediately tell from, of course, pretty much from its head to its expression to, of course, its arms and everything, recapturing its pose like in the game, and everything else from the rest of the body to, of course, the legs, and even the tail for sure. It actually is quite impressive for sure. So yeah, and I know that's saying a whole lot because I've never actually gotten anything, anything revolving around Mewtwo for sure, but I say this really is very well done in my opinion, and I say this is actually very well crafting. I really do love how well shaped out they made Mewtwo for sure. I say this really does work well as a Funko Pop figure in its entirety, and yeah, everything else from what I can gather, it actually is very well crafted in my opinion. I say they really did a fine job with this one. So you finally made it to the end of pretty much what I thought about those. Good for you, So yeah, I guess the only question remains, now that I've actually gone through all three of these Pokemon Funko Pop figures, are they actually well worth it in the end? Are they actually well worth adding to your Funko Pop figure collection, let alone anything revolving around Pokemon? Oh god, yes. So yeah, I guess with, of course, the three that I've actually got so far, I say they are really, really great additions in my opinion, and I'm quite impressed with, of course, how well they've actually turned out for sure. So yeah, I will say, yeah, I will admit, maybe I think a little bit in pieces might be a little bit fixed up to make them more presentable, but everything else from what I can gather, I think they really did a great job regardless, and I'm quite impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. And yeah, as someone who actually has been a long-time fan of Pokemon for some time for sure, I say they're definitely well worth it in the end, and I'm quite impressed with, of course, what I've actually seen for sure. So yeah, and I do know there's plenty more out there that I haven't actually got my hands on for sure, but we'll probably wait and see later on for sure, because yeah, if anything, how else will, of course, I have to relive to, of course, the Google model for Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much what I can gather in my part, but in the end, the three that I've actually got with, of course, Pichu, Mr. Mime, and Mewtwo, I say they're well worth it in the end, and I'm really glad I got those. And I guess on that thought, I think that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of this show, and let me know in the comment section below on what you guys think of it, as well as, of course, these Funko Pop figures that I've actually showed off. I would definitely love to know for sure. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest episode of What the Pickup, and of course, well, we've already passed the home stretch, and of course, what I've actually showed off, and of course, pretty much a good number of stuff that I'm showing off as part of my Christmas presents that I showed off last year for sure. So tune in next time where, of course, I'm going to be diving into, of course, 2 other Christmas presents that I got, but it is from a certain friend that I know for sure that I did actually show off a good number of items in the past for sure. I'm not saying who exactly, but you'll have to tune into, of course, the next episode to see what they are. So yeah, I guess until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. Hey guys, this is Ackley, SamAttack4427 here. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like, comment, and share if you enjoy what you're seeing. If you like what you see here and want to see more videos coming up, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and switch on the notification bell to get notifications, and select all notifications to be notified for when we post a new video. And don't forget to switch on notifications on your phone as well. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel and our 2-member channel with Sam the Thomas Fan 1, SamAttack4427TheThomasFan1 Productions, for plenty more content you can't find on here. You can check both of our channels out with the links or by our handles provided on screen. Feel free to shoot me an email with my email address provided, backley95@hotmail.com, if you want to ask me a question, want to collab with me for a project you've got in the works, or if you want to book me to be featured for a convention coming up. Follow me on my social media pages on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date with me on updates, announcements, and new releases of my videos, as well as plenty of others I've got with my handles provided, as well as the links down in the description box below. Also, don't forget to follow me on TikTok for other videos I've got aside from the ones I've posted on YouTube, and on Twitch for any future live streams I've got coming up soon, as well as join our official Discord server to see what we've provided. If you wish to show your support to me, then feel free to check out my Patreon to get sneak peeks of my videos coming up before they go up online, as well as getting access to updates and playing more, in addition to getting some awesome rewards within your budget. Also, don't forget to check out and showing support to me on both of my wish lists on Amazon and Right Stuff Anime, and even supporting me with my link on Streamlabs that you can find on my Twitch page. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll be sure to see you in the next video. Take care.